guys, welcome to the second review of the evening. Up this time is PopSlinger. Join a magical girl with a soda-powered arsenal on a dreamy quest to save her home. In this part beat-em-up, part musical shooter, you'll experience the whimsical story of Rhea and Jin as they fight against sinister invaders from another dimension, and maybe even groove to that funky beat.
If you drink enough soda with caffeine in it, anyone can be a magical girl. Or
you can also black out for a few hours, but that's entirely different.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you're a magical girl. You black out for a few hours, and then when you wake up, there's some monster defeated somewhere, probably.
You know what your soul wants.
Yeah. Okay. So so can we first address this fucking art style?
It's a choice they made.
Yeah, it's a choice that they apparently dug out of their closet, because I'm like, wow, this is some 2006 how to draw manga character designs.
I wouldn't quite say that.
It's something along those lines. It's very bootleg.
I'd say it's more slightly before the OKKO style of art.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
If they said they were inspired by OKKO, I'd probably be like, yeah, I'd buy that.
I suppose, but it's not. Here's the thing: it's not stylized enough for me to say that.
Yeah, so, the details are a little bit more realistic, and it's a little bit weird.
It's in that European anime ripoff, Winx Club, Totally Spies, Code Lyoko, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's not anime, because it's not actually anime.
Yeah. Like, it's trying to be that, but, it's very obviously not that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just giving me a lot of flashbacks to that, it's like, I'm looking at somebody's 2008 DeviantArt page here.
Are you ready or not?
Mama, I was born
ready. Anyway, so the descriptors here give us quite the mashup. A vibrant, narrative-focused musical shooter inspired by 80s and 90s new retro culture. It's quite the mishmash.
Yeah. And now for the disappointment. There isn't a whole lot of, musical elements here other than the game has music. The enemies don't move to the beat, you don't move to the beat, you don't fire to the beat. The music is just there. And the more you
I'm looking at the gameplay here, and I'm kind of baffled at the choice they made here.
Mm-hmm. I guess there's a cassette tape in the UI thing that changes if you're doing well.
Track of your combo or whatever.
Not even that. It's just there.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it was increasing when you were killing things, and then decreasing when you got hit.
It's a thing.
Or is it?
Fair?
I mean, it sounds like from your descriptions here that this is going... This kind of missed the fundamentals of what it means to be rhythm-based.
Yeah, there is nothing rhythm-based here.
It looks like it has whatever you say about the style, it's fairly distinctive, and it doesn't look bad, but the gameplay looks extremely basic.
I mean, I'm going to disagree with you on the style of it. I'm like, or here's the thing, the style is probably in the strength of the character design here, because it's not in the arena here.
Yeah.
Look at this
Yeah, like
basic
the character design and the color
This
design.
is the tutorial stage, though, so I will give them that at least.
True, but that means this is your first impression of this game is this fucking featureless purple void.
Right.
That's not very stylish.
The coloring and I feel like there's like CRT filters are usually awful, but I feel like this gets the feeling of that a little bit.
Yeah.
I suppose, but here's the thing.
Don't get me wrong, I am in no way defending the level design. This looks like I said, it looks like a really basic side-scrolling beat-em-up type thing, except for you have a gun and no combos. Yeah. You do have a friend who looks like she can be a Gradius option or a turret.
She can be depending on the enemies that you kill.
Yeah. And
we will get into that momentarily, because oh boy, do I have problems with how this system works.
Oh boy. I'm like...
I'm ready.
Anyway, like this game reminds me of Bucky O'Hare for the arcade.
I can see that.
Only not nearly as good.
Yeah.
Granted, that's Konami at the top of their game versus, you know, I'm not going to say an average indie, but, you know, an indie studio that's, I'm surmising, trying their best.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Anyway, so what do you want to say about the systems here?
So the combo system, you get new weapons that progress based on the groups of enemies that you kill. Like you have to kill 4 of a kind of a certain color. You can't get past enemies. You are just given the ones that are in front of you. If they don't have a group you can use, you do not progress in power. You do not get a turret, like any sort of like boost or anything like that. So you see how these are like, it had 2 green, 2 purples, 2 blues, and then, or 2 yellows and 2 blues, and then 2 yellows again. I get nothing from killing these 4 enemies.
Can you walk past them?
No. I can walk around them slightly, but I still have to come back and kill them. Before I can even progress. Which, if I could get around enemies, or if I didn't need to get 4 of a kind for a combo, this could be interesting gameplay. You know, do you want to make
even if the enemy formations were a little bit more randomized? And,
yes. But these are all scripted.
Yeah.
So which means there are stretches of the game where you just do not progress in power, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Which is very, very, very bad game design. Like, I could see if it was just me messing up and, like, I took a wrong path, but these are scripted events I can't do anything about. As far as your little helper fairy, some of the power-ups are better than others. There are some power-ups that are, like a shield, you get a double, she can heal you, but then there are also some worthless ones like the turret. The turret will only point right. You cannot make it point to the left, so if there are enemies that show up to the left of you, you can do nothing except turn around and fire yourself. And your turret will sit there and keep blasting to the right until the timer runs out and she despawns.
I'm not such a bad shot, right? I think I'm ready.
You do have a dodge left and right, and I believe you have considerable iframes in that, but your recovery frames after are god awful.
Some would say it's
Like, you're almost as vulnerable after the roll as you were during it.
I see.
Yeah. The story is a thing that exists, and I'm pretty sure somebody was on a fever dream when they wrote that.
I think it would be more appropriately a sugar high.
I've seen people more coherent on a sugar high than this. Because I have no idea. They don't say what this evil is, or what the hell is going on. And supposedly you can platinum the game by beating the second boss. So, we have problems about what the hell is going on. And like, yeah, supposedly, Maria here kind of blacked out for a week during some kind of world-ending catastrophe that, you know, most humans are gone, but like, the overall world itself looks fine.
Emptiest apocalypse I've ever seen.
Yeah, and most sturdy buildings.
Okay, I know what this is. This is just the Rapture.
Possibly?
So, that means there's a non-zero chance you're playing something that's inspired by the Left Behind series.
I hate that you brought that up.
How could I not?
Once you started getting on this path, I knew what had to happen. I was hoping you were going to steer off of it, but my soul knew what was going to happen.
You're learning.
Like, even on this map, the world design is visually more appealing, but it still looks very basic.
Yeah, it's simple, but it's fine. Like, especially for a 2D overworld.
Yeah.
You can tell what the points of interest are, and they're fairly decent to get to.
Yeah.
And like, you can even have interactions with Jin. And I think everything is voiced.
Where are we going this time again?
So, I mean, the voice acting's not bad, but like,
so who exactly are the Ghost and Molly McGee here?
Good question. They still haven't told me. You are something they refer to as a PopSlinger. You are fighting some type of enemy that they have not really explained. And occasionally you fight a boss.
Riveting.
Yeah. After beating bosses, it's kind of Mega Man style, where you will get a power-up, or as they're calling, a popping soul. Your first power is your basic buster, which is a single shot. You can't find another one till that shot has either hit something or has despawned off. It doesn't quite go all the way off the screen, but there is a range in which it will just fizzle out. And then the other power-up is a kind of a shotgun. It's more of a dual gun. And then, yeah, you just kind of go through and kill dudes. Like, I wish there was more here. Like, just looking at some of the footage, it looks like it could be fun, but yeah.
Yeah, the style and some of the stuff look really nice, but it seems like gameplay-wise, it's not, like, there.
Yeah. Like, or they needed to do a bit more than just basic.
Oh, it's a triple shot, so yeah, it's basically a shotgun. And yeah, like, the turret, she'll just point right. If I move forward enough, she will spawn on me if she is despawned. But that's it. And then you can make her into your double, which she'll fire the same gun you're firing, and she'll just kill things.
Yeah, this is Gradius option mode.
Yeah. And then there is a shield mode. And then occasionally you can get them to turn to a heal. What they turn into depends on the color of enemies you kill.
Excellent.
Anything else from you guys, or?
I think we're good.
Not really. It feels like the power-ups being temporary and linear is probably...
Oh yeah, the power-up system is very, 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 very bad. Like, this actually needs to be reworked.
It sounds like it.
Like, I don't mind losing it when I get hit, but the fact that there are sections of the game where I cannot progress my power level because the devs do not give me the means in which to do it are very, 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 very bad. Like, that is one of the cardinal sins of games like this. But that's just me. And, like, yeah, you can see I was pointing to the left there, and the turret still just points right.
Mm-hmm.
There is no reason for that. Oh, and now I unlocked what they're calling Dream Time. I don't know what this mode does, other than put a filter on the screen and
cover you in mustard?
Basically. I don't know if I'm supposed to get a damage up, because by time I get it, everything's dead.
I can help you.
And I can't just save it, and because it takes so long for everything to spawn, either by running, it's just...
Not bad, right?
Yeah, it's a thing that sucks. I wish I knew what the dream mode did, other than just cover me in mustard and put a particle effect on the screen. But the world may never know.
That was...
But yeah. I think that's it for me. What are we looking at price-wise?
All right, so worth mentioning that you got the PlayStation 5 edition.
Yes.
Anyway, so the console price is a weird $12.49.
Oof.
That's not even the Steam version is $14.99.
What
the
fuck?
Though it is currently on sale for the Nintendo Switch and Steam for $6.74.
Okay, if you get it on sale for around 5-ish or 6 is fine, that's cool. If you're paying the full 14, fuck no. Absolutely not. This game needs to take a trip back in the oven before we discuss 15. If they actually put a little bit of dev time to fix some of the stuff, like the parts of progression where you gain no power, or the some of the weird mechanics of some of the power-ups, 15 could be worth it, but we're not grading on that. But yeah, if you see this for like $5-6, sure. I wouldn't pay any more than that. It's an interesting novelty that I kind of hope they look more into. But in the state it's in right now, it is extremely unfinished and could use some more dev time. I believe this is a 1.0, at least on PlayStation. Let me...
Oh, yeah. This is a fully released game.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a version 1.0, so if the devs put some time into this, this could be passable. Like, this isn't going to be a Game of the Year contender, but, like, a little bit more dev time, you could probably get away with a 15 for it. If this is what they're this is what they're considering their final product, no. Definitely wait for a sale if you're at all interested. Alright, anything else?
I think that's it.
I'm good.
Alrighty then.
Alright, so that'll about do it for PopSlinger. Be sure to tune in after the break as the Galags will be reviewing Rebounder.